return to our youth forum, The New Bandidos, on DZRJ 810 AM.
Good morning, everyone, and you're tuned into the New Bandido Show with me, Pia Moraton, my partner, Javi Padilla, and our students from the Polytechnic University of the Philippines.
Morning.
Yeah, morning.
And their names are...
I'm Albert Rosales and I'm not new here.
I'm Alisa Pingal.
I'm Stephen Zion Mareg.
Gemma Robles.
I'm Roel Gaviola.
Kent Ryan Masing.
Okay, and like I mentioned, they are students from the Polytechnic University of the Philippines. And shortly, right now, we have Attorney Lorna Kapunan on the line. Attorney Lorna, good morning po.
Good morning, this is Tina.
Pia.
Pia, okay. Pia, hi Pia.
Hi, Attorney. Good morning po.
And to all the students there.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, ma'am. It's so nice to hear your voice again here on DZRJ.
I know, I miss you guys there sa DCRJ.
Hopefully, you'll be with us in the New Bandidos live. And
Yes, please.
yay! Okay, attorney, for the past few weeks, we've been talking about the twerking incidents, and we know that you're very active on this issue. And of course, we also understand that you filed a case versus ex-MMDA Chair Francis Tolentino and the Ombudsman. Of course, for the sake of our youth, most especially are here, what is Republic Act 6713 po?
Republic Act 6713 is the Code of Conduct. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officers and Employees. Under this Republic Act, public officers are supposed to act with the high ethical standards and cannot engage in acts which are scandalous or contrary to good morals, good customs, public policy, and public interest. By displaying or allowing, kasi three yun not only even if he denies, if chairman denies that he was the one who brought the quote-unquote special gift. There are three acts that are prohibited, no? Inciting, encouraging, or tolerating acts that are deemed dirty and intended to arouse sexual cravings, more particularly in public events and settings. No, that's number one. And Pia, we also filed under the Magna Carta of Women.
Right. That's right. And ma'am, the thing is, it's so totally ingrained in our minds, especially the youth. In fact, even off the air, they're still continuing to talk about it because it seems like, in spite of what has happened, the publicity on such girl groups is becoming stronger. And then, of course, we're trying to, correct this culture of impunity, which really is
Inappropriate.
Yes, and for the youth, it's really horrible to be passing such a culture on to them.
This you're correct in saying this culture of impunity. The one thing that makes it aggravating when we listen to these public officials and apologists is that they're saying that this is not the first time it's happened, and it is a custom almost that during campaign period or election period, women are used to perform to entice crowds to come. Parang gimmick, no? To entice crowds to come. And they're even made to dress scantily, no? If we believe the stories going around, when these playgirls arrived at that event, they were appropriately dressed, but they were told to remove their clothes, no, to show their sexy bodies and underwear. So it's a violation of the Magna Carta, but these playgirls themselves are saying they don't mind, no, because we must remember they are not the offenders. They are victims themselves.
Yes.
They are victims of themselves. No, that's why this complaint was filed not only by women's groups but also by major labor groups. 13 PIA, there are 13 complainants.
Yes, ma'am. 13
Among them
including the youth, di ba po? There's sa kabataan.
Including the Sigaw ng Kabataan Coalition. Because we are forgetting that women sometimes are compelled to do these jobs or assignments or engagements because of lack of job opportunities.
Yes, ma'am.
That is why these labor unions have joined in order to underscore the fact that number one, there are no jobs, and
Yes.
number two, there are no decent jobs. It happened that when we filed the case, it was the world celebration. It was of decent job.
Wow, okay.
It was the decent job days, no? Because and we hope that those who run for public office will go back again to the main problem, which is employment and opportunity for employment.
Yes, ma'am.
That
That's
is
true.
giving rise to poverty issues.
Yes.
Kasi na-trivialize itong Playgirl event, no? They're saying masyado namang sensitive. We're too sensitive in urban Manila. They do it all the time in the provinces. But that does not make it right. The real issue, going back to issue, is poverty
Yes, that's true.
and lack of opportunity.
And we hope that when we consider these things, when we do elect, like you said, new government officials who will really strive to help, especially in this case, no, the women find better employment.
Just Pia, no, the issue of the men's groups, of the labor groups is we don't have decent jobs and we don't have decent living wage. They even call it living wage instead of
Yes.
living wage. Living wage lang nga is
Living wage.
living wage is that means that their daily wage, yung what they receive is tamang-tama lang pang living.
Grabe.
They call it living wage.
Grabe.
In a living wage.
Oo nga eh, ang hirap naman yan. Lalong-lalo na...
Yeah, if I may say. Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
sorry.
Go ahead.
No, if I may say that, in fact, with this us joining the ASEAN, the APEC, no, it is becoming more and more an issue, the wages, because they are saying that they cannot increase, government cannot increase the mandated minimum wage law, no? Because compared to other countries, if we're talking about US dollars, we have our neighbors who charge $3 a day, $1 a day, even less than $5 a day. I think we're the only country in the ASEAN region that charges more than $5 a day. So yun ang that is the argument of government, that we will price ourselves out of the wage market, and people and business will not put up factories in the Philippines. But they are forgetting that the reason the daily wages in other countries is small compared to us is they have basic services.
Yes.
Dito
Yes.
sa country natin, our living wage, from the living wage, they will still have to buy food. They will still have to buy to pay for the hospital, to pay for transportation, which is very expensive, to pay for expensive power, to pay for expensive utilities, water, gasoline. No? Compared to other countries where the transport system is efficient,
Yes.
the medical support is sustained by the government. So,
Right.
yung maliit na living wage in other countries is sufficient enough for them compared to us here. So, I think this case is a wake-up call.
Right, definitely. Yes, go
It's
ahead.
a wake-up call
Yes, ma'am,
for
I
all
agree.
the government officials and those who intend to be in public office
That's right.
to look to look at providing for job opportunities that will not require women to be exploited and to be used as sex objects.
Right. Or even told that what they're doing is just part of a job. You know, sometimes
Yes,
that's a it turns out to be already an accepted mentality that it is all right because it's just a job.
That's correct. Pia, we always have a saying, hindi pwede ang pwede na.
Correct po. Agreed po, ma'am. We have a question from the youth if we may just ask them. Yes, go
Yes,
ahead.
please. Yes.
Good morning, Attorney Kapunan. Nakakalungkot nga po na may mga ganitong kaso na nakakalusot pa o kaya wala man lang naghahain ng kaso tungkol dito. Ma'am, on your perspective as a lawyer and as also as a senatorial aspirant, do you think, ma'am, we need to amend RA 6713 to hold public officials accountable for their acts that are against the law?
Yes, in fact, under Republic Act 6713, public officials are required to have a high moral standard because they are the models. The reason they should be the model for the youth, the reason a youth group representing several student governments filed with us a complaint is they are dismayed, they are dissatisfied. Parang ang sabi nila, ganito na ba ang standard ng ating mga public officials, no? The other thing we have to remember is public officials should not use their position for personal gain. Where did the chairman get money to donate all of these traffic lights outside Metro Manila, which is even outside his mandate? Di ba? So,
Yeah.
I think this should be tested because they're saying Republic Act 6713 is hindi naman masyadong mabigat, no? Pero mabigat ang penalty dito because it includes up to 5 years imprisonment. It also includes permanent disqualification to run for public office.
Right.
And it includes forfeiture of your retirement benefits and other benefits. So, public officials should look at the intent of 6713.
Okay, ma'am, it seems as though it's some people are trying to justify this act by saying, please don't look at, you know, what has happened or look beyond what has happened, but instead try to focus on the capability of the person. It's to my understanding and from what you're trying to also tell us, this comes together. Even Professor Hill, when we spoke to him now, that or other people that we've spoken to, when it comes to looking into a public servant or looking into a candidate, we have to look at both the moral and ethical character of this person aside from their capabilities. Would you agree to this in the same way, so, ma'am?
I agree with that because it is very clear in the Code of Conduct for public officials. It states there what should be the ethical behavior, ethics. And it says there that public officials should put public interest ahead of personal gain. And so that should be the standard. It should not be personal gain. People should not run for public office because of personal gain. And you cannot sacrifice your moral standards simply because you want to win the elections. So public officials, when they run for public office, should be tested in terms of not only what they promise, but how they conduct their personal lives.
Yes, that's right.
You cannot always say, ako ay para sa bayan, if your actions naman show that you're just acting for your personal interest.
Agreed. Yes, Albert, go ahead.
Good morning, Attorney Lorna Kapunan.
Good morning, Albert. Good morning.
Ano po, itatanong, kaisa niyo po ako sa laban niyo po para sa karapatan ng kababaihan. Kaya lang po,
Maraming salamat. Yes.
ganito po kasi yung mga nakikita ko sa televisions na mga we keep on saying na kailangan ipaglaban natin yung rights ng mga kababaihan, especially dahil nga pumutok tong issue ng playgirls. But itong playgirls na to, Ma'am Attorney Lorna, naging in demand pa po sila. Parang sa issue ngayon na nangyayari, imposible naman po na wala nang gustong tumulong sa kanila para magkaroon sila ng mas decenteng trabaho. Tapos nag-show pa po sila sa TV. Ano po to, late night show, mga adult shows na po to. Pero sa televisions pa din po at in-interview sila doon. Ang sabi po nila, trabaho lang at parang dinemo pa po nila kung ano yung ginawa nila doon sa party ng politicians. So I think, ma'am, we keep on saying na they are the victims here, pero hindi po sila aware na victims po sila dito. So ma'am, your thoughts po about this
That's why sa Magna Carta of Women, we created a commission on women. This commission on women is supposed to precisely plan or create programs that will educate women on the value of their human dignity, that will educate women on their rights as women, ano? Because clearly itong playgirls nasisiyahan sila because pangdagdag yan sa living wages nila, no? At naging popular sila dito naman sa Pilipinas, pag controversial ka, mas popular, no? The more the more controversial you are, the more popular. So masaya sila. But precisely the Magna Carta of Women has programs for educating, enlightening, reinforcing the empowerment of women
Yes.
who should not allow themselves or think that being sex objects is allowed.
Yes, allowed.
Kasi that is part of the education. Laban para sa karapatan, and that's what I stand for. Paglabanan natin ang mga karapatan ng kababaihan includes educating or empowering the women
Right.
on what their rights are.
Right. Yes.
Added follow-up question lang po. Tungkol po dun sa sinabi niyo po na educating the rights of the women. I mean, ma'am, gaya ng sabi niyo po, nag-i-enjoy yung playgirls dun sa ginagawa nila kasi dagdag sa living wages and so on. I mean, paano niyo po mai-impose, lalo na dun sa mga nag-i-enjoy dun sa so-called trabaho nila, na i-educate sila about dun sa rights nila bilang isang kababaihan, ma'am?
I think education should start within the family, no?
Right.
Ibalik natin yung family values. The primary task of educating the youth belongs to the father and the mother.
Tama.
But meron rin tinatawag na substitute parental authority. This is naman the authority of the schools that has to, again, emphasize value formation. You know, adults, when adults think what is wrong is right, that means that the values inculcated, whether at home or in the schools that teaches the right values, hindi masyadong malinaw, no? So,
Tama.
doon tayo mag-uumpisa. Mag-uumpisa tayo sa bahay, sa family. Should inculcate. I don't think any mother would want the daughter to be exposing her almost her private parts in public.
Right.
I don't think the brother, I don't think you would want your sisters to do that.
Tama.
And in the school, I don't think they would want their students to grow up to become sex objects. So kailangan i-reinforce yung value education dyan. And when there is a public and moral outcry na mali, itong mga ginagawa ay mali, ang pag-exploit siguro naman matatauhan na yung mga nag-hire or nag-exploit o nagbabayad para sa mga sex shows na yan.
Thank you so much, Attorney Lorna Kapunan, for being with us in the New Bandidos here on DZRJ.
Thank you so much also,
Thank you so much,
Pia,
ma'am.
and to all the students there. At sana naman we were able to enlighten them a little.
Definitely.
And I am available anytime to explain.
Yay! Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
thank you.
We
Thank you,
look
ma'am.
forward to that, Attorney Lorna. Thank you so much. We hope you have a good day.
Salamat din. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, ma'am.
Bye-bye, ma'am.
Okay, guys, let's just take a short break. We'll be right back here in the New Bandido Show.